Welcome into Drew's Daily Diamond for Friday, June 14th, 2024. Happy Flag Day out there as we are breaking down the Friday slate of MLB games. We got some big time matchups this weekend, guys. So a great weekend to be betting baseball. Let me know in the comments below what your MLB picks are, where you agree, where you disagree, and where you're watching from. Always cool to see that, guys. And thanks for commenting on yesterday's video. Even though we had a down day, gave a lot of the profits back. Hey, I think we're in bounce back mode for Friday night action as we head to Baltimore for our first matchup. Philadelphia Phillies, Baltimore Orioles, 7:05 Eastern start. Rangers, Suarez versus Kyle Bradish going for the O's. Baltimore open -130, now about down to -120 at most shops. Total of 8 in this one. Possible World Series preview here as the Phillies come in 46-22. Second best record in baseball. Orioles just a game behind, 45-23. Third best record in baseball, just 2.5 games back of the New York Yankees. Baltimore up 11 units on the season. They're 5-1 their last 6. They're tough to go against, but the Phillies, hey, they've been profitable as well. They're 8-4 their last 12. Each of these two teams off of a loss yesterday. Unfortunately, we were on the wrong side of it, but hopefully grab some of that back here in this one. Suarez, the starter for the Phillies, 28-year-old Venezuelan sub-2 ERA, 85-17 strikeout to walk ratio, impressive numbers, impressive win-loss numbers as well, 10-1 on the season. His only loss was a mile high at Colorado in a game. He gave up 3 hits in 6 innings. So this guy's been as consistent as they come, coming from the left side. He's up against Bradish, the 4th rounder out of New Mexico State, the former Aggie, 2.6 ERA, sub-2 FIP, impressive numbers himself. He really just had one blow up this season. Other than that, he's been great. The angle I'm going after here, guys, because both of these two teams are tough to go against, is Bradish faced the Phillies last season, and he gave up 5 earned runs and only had 3 strikeouts in his start against the Phils. So this lineup has seen him well. I mean, you go down the list, overall, first-handedness of pitcher, both of these lineups, I mean, really near the top of MLB rankings. Bullpen-wise, both top 5 as well. So it gets kind of tricky picking a side here. So might as well put the 10 cents in our pocket. Let's go on the Phillies, +110 over the Baltimore Orioles. Not a game we love, but had to talk about it because, hey, one of the marquee matchups of the night. We'll move down the list here 2 minutes later. 7:07 Eastern start, north of the border. We get Cleveland at Toronto. Kevin Gausman going for the Jays. Logan Allen, the lefty, going for the Guardians. Total of 8. We're seeing the Jays, as I'm talking, later night here on Thursday night, -125 to as high as -135. Home favorites, total of 8 in this one, 43-23. That's 20 games over for Cleveland coming in, plus 16 units on the season. Logan Allen, the reason Cleveland's going off as the dog here is because of his overall numbers. I mean, a 5.5 ERA. He's been banged up, the second rounder out of FIU, but the former Golden Panther, 3 straight road starts, including at Colorado. And the velocity's been there. So he's up against the Jays lineup that has struggled against lefties. I mean, bottom 5 by weighted runs created plus metric. I think he could actually have a decent start here. He's up against Gausman, the 33-year-old first rounder out of LSU. Go Tigers. Last time out, 9 innings, 10 strikeouts, 1 walk against the Oakland A's. Anytime a guy, it goes, a complete game with 10 Ks and only 1 walk, he's likely going to command respect from the odds makers. We're seeing that here with Gausman. But the start before, he gave up 6 earned against the Baltimore Orioles. I actually think, Cleveland in this offense is more similar to Baltimore than the Oakland A's are. I actually think he might struggle in this one, even though they are at home, and a big bullpen edge here towards the Cleveland Guardians side. Number 1 bullpen in baseball. So I think Allen and Cleveland can do enough here, mainly because of the Cleveland offense. So we'll go +118, another dog to start us off here with the Cleveland Guardians over the Toronto Blue Jays. Next one up, it is the Yankees and the Red Sox. 6:30 Eastern, starting off the night slate here. We get Gill going for the Yanks, Brian Bayo going for the Boston Red Sox. Total of 9. We're seeing the Yankees -145 to -155. road favorites. Number one record in baseball, 49-22 coming in. Number one win percentage, most wins. They are 12-3 their last 15, and coming off of a tough loss that we were on the wrong side again. But Gil, 8-1 for the season. The 26-year-old Dominican, no more than 3 earned runs in 8 straight starts. He's got a 2-flat ERA, a 3-flat FIP. I like this kid, and I like this Yankees lineup. And the battle of Dominican-born pitchers, Brian Bello, not a guy I normally look to go against, but in recent form, he's given up 9 earned runs in his last 2 starts combined, and he has not given up less than 3 earned runs in his last 5 starts. So what have you done for me recently? Well, recently, Bello has not been all that great, and he's going up against arguably, in my opinion, the best lineup in all of baseball in the Yankees. Number 1 overall, number 1 against righties. Boston, hey, they moved over 500 with a key win yesterday over the Phillies. They're still 3 games under 500 at home. Overall, guys, I think the Yankees under -150 is worth a shot here. We're not jumping off the money train just yet. Bronx Bombers get it done. -145 is the low watermark we're seeing. 7:10 Eastern, it's the San Diego Padres, New York Mets. Next game up from Citi Field. It's Waldron going for the Friars. Sean Manaea, the lefty, going for the Metropolitans. 8 or 8 and a hook being the total. We are seeing the Padres short road favorites, -110 to as high as -120. They are an off day for travel, headed to New York here. They're over 500. They've won 3 straight. They've won 5 of their last 6 games. So the Padres are starting to wake up a little bit. We're taking notice. They got Waldron on the hill. I love betting on this guy. If you haven't watched him pitch yet, he's a knuckleballer. Can't remember the last good knuckleballer. Well, he is the next one. Out of Nebraska, the 18th rounder. Wasn't much of a prospect. Developed the knuckleball. And sure enough, he's 4-1 his last 5 starts. 6 straight starts with 2 earned runs or less. Teams are having trouble hitting the knuckleball. They don't see it a lot. So in the Mets, haven't seen him yet either last year or this year. And this year is the year that he kind of got that knuckleball dancing a little bit more. So I like Waldron to have a good start, guys. He's up against Manaea, 11 earned runs his last 2 starts, only lasting 9 innings total in those 2 starts. They're really the 2 worst starts of his season. So recently, he has not been all that great. The Padres have struggled overall against lefties, but they've been a little bit better recently. And the Mets have lost the last 2 Manaea starts. So I think the Padres just laying 11 cents right now. That's at a couple sports books here in the late overnight market. So we'll lay the 11 cents here with the Padres' big bullpen edge as well. So it's the Padres over the Mets, -111, and list Waldron as the starter. We'll head to the West Coast slate up next, guys. 9:40 Eastern, 6:40 local time, I believe. I know Arizona doesn't change time zones, so I'm not sure on that. Actually, it might be 7:40. But either way, it's the Chicago White Sox and the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's Nelson going for the D-backs. Chris Flexen going for the White Sox. Total of 9, -165. That's the D-backs as the home favorite. White Sox come in 17-52. They're actually still playing in their game, sweating this one out as I'm recording. But, right around 250 win percentage. They're 5-29 on the road going into Thursday night. They've lost 4 straight, 3-22. They're 2-18 their last 20. Flexen's got a 5 ERA. They've lost the last 3 starts. Flexen's taken the hill. He only has 49 strikeouts in 64 innings. We've been fading the White Sox pretty much, I think, every video this week. Laying the -1 run line. We've actually pushed on a bunch of them. We're going to do it again here, though, guys. I mean, Nelson on the hill, he has not been great, but, he has over a 5 ERA. But last year versus the White Sox, he pitched 4.2 innings, just 1 hit given up, 0 earned runs. So past performance. And Arizona off of a home off day, meaning they were at home, had the off day, now playing another home series. I like that kind of concept to bet on a team. And the White Sox, worst overall lineup, worst against righties, one of the worst bullpens in baseball. So let's go on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Get that number down from 65 cents Don't lay the run line with the home team, but -1 line if you need to split the bet. If your sports book does not offer it, half your bet on the money line, half your bet on the run line. That's on the Diamondbacks, guys. One game left. This is Drew's Daily Diamond going daily on the WagerTalk YouTube channel. Please smash that like button if you're liking the content. Comment below what you're looking to bet on today's slate. We got last game up, last game on the card, 10:10 Eastern, 7:10 local time, Kansas City Royals, LA Dodgers. It's Reagan's on the hill for the Royals, Gavin Stone on the hill for the Dodgers. -146 to as high as -155. That's the Dodgers as the home favorite. Royals come in 10 games over 500. They are just 1-4 their last 5 games. They lost 3 straight to the Yankees, did win the wraparound game. They do not have an off day for travel out to the West Coast. So I don't love this kind of travel spot for the Royals. They're up against the Dodgers, 42-27. And the Dodgers have won the last 3 Gavin Stone starts. So I'm looking more to be betting on the Dodgers than the Royals in this spot, even though Reagan's keeping it kind of a competitive price tag here. The former first rounder out of North Florida Christian High School, 3 flat ERA. He's been blown up a couple times, and he doesn't go very deep. And that's what brings it into the advantage, in my opinion. This Dodgers bullpen, one of the best in baseball, and the Royals bullpen has been blown up a bunch. I'm actually surprised to see him 10 games over 500 with the bullpen not pitching all that well. So I think late inning advantage towards the Dodgers. Just 46 cents as the favorite, being at home. One of the best lineups against lefties. Not that Kansas City's bad. It's just that I think the Dodgers, hey, they get this done because Gavin Stone, 2 earned runs his last 3 starts combined, and that includes against the Yankees his last time out, and only 1 start since April 7th with more than 2 runs scored against him. So he's riding a hot hand. We'll list Stone as the starter. -146 on the Dodgers to end it, guys. In recap, Arizona Diamondbacks -1 run line over the White Sox. We get the San Diego Padres -111 over the Mets. We get the Yankees -145 over the Red Sox. Cleveland Guardians as the dog. Don't get to say that much. +118 with Logan Allen on the hill. In Philadelphia, plus the 110, listing Ranger Suarez as the starter over the Baltimore Orioles. That does it for Drew's Daily Diamond. Happy Friday out there, guys. Enjoy the weekend. Have a fun, safe weekend. Cash those tickets. Thanks for tuning in.